it got worse again. I'm done. Plain and simple. I'm done with this trilogy. And if there was a fourth one, I tell you right now, I wouldn't review it. Because this trilogy has only shown me that the people that make it, outside of the voice actors, clearly don't give a single fuck. There's no passion. There is zero effort. There is nothing but tedious trash. More and more, this trilogy looks like a pointless, unnecessary cash grab to try and keep this franchise somewhat relevant. And thankfully, this is the last one. Because somehow this trilogy started out fine, got worse around the middle, and somehow the end got even worse than that. How the fuck do you do that? I should have never covered this trilogy. I should have just never even talked about it. I should have never discussed it. I should have never had hope for it. Because all it's done is crush my fucking soul. And what should have been a fun diversion from the normal Godzilla fare instead turned out to be probably Toho's biggest fuck up. And I feel bad for the voice actors, both Japanese and English, that had to put this piece of shit on their resumes. Because they were clearly the only people that were still trying. Because everyone else, from the writers, to the story people, to the animators, to the company, didn't fucking care. And it pisses me off that they took such a great concept, like an animated Godzilla movie, and found every single way to just completely piss all over it. Like I said, thank the gods this is the last one. Welcome back to the Animation Station. Welcome back to Atomic Hangs. Let's talk about one final piece of trash that is Godzilla 3 the Planet Eater. The merciful final installment of this terrible, terrible Godzilla movie trilogy. Here's my review, sums up all my thoughts. Enjoy. This entire trilogy was a pointless mistake, and this third and mercifully final installment in this complete waste of time is so bad, it almost makes the abomination of Godzilla 98 actually tolerable. Story is preachy and up its own ass insufferable. It tries to get all philosophical with it, and it just comes off as preachy and not even giving a fuck. Dialogue is eye-rolling and nothing but pointless bickering. Would you like to watch an hour and a half of people just pointlessly bitching and bickering at each other? Does that sound like fun? If you think it does sound like fun, then you must be a masochist. Writing is even worse, feeling beyond rushed and extremely half-assed. The twist is even worse than the already terrible one from the second film. Pacing drags like a rock. All the characters are uninteresting. Like, even Sakaki, the one person from this series I still cared about, is character assassinated in this movie. Now I don't care about any of them. The final fight between Godzilla and Ghidorah sucks. This is flat out, it sucks. The poster makes it look awesome, but it sucks. The ending is a baffling insult. I'm just going to tell you the ending, because I don't want any of you wasting your time with this trash. The ending of this movie, it makes it look like it's a big, happy ending for Sakaki. He Ghidorah is defeated, Godzilla lives on, but he goes dormant, leaving them alone, and they throw away all their futuristic stuff and go with this more primitive life with this native Hotua people that they met from the last movie. And it looks like everything's going well. One of them's even pregnant, and for some reason, Sakaki is just not happy with it. So what does he do? Well, he takes the somewhat kind of not really living corpse of his best friend that got kind of killed, kind of not in the previous movie. Takes the final vulture that's still working and just sacrifices himself against Godzilla for no reason. Pretty much going all the way back to the first movie with that one dude that committed suicide. Here, Sakaki commits suicide and takes his friend along with him. Yes, she's technically dead, but her heart was still beating. She was technically still alive. So in other words, he just became a self-obsessed asshole. Way to ruin your main protagonist, you stupid, stupid fucks. The runtime is still too long, 10 minutes less than the hour 40 from City on the Edge of Battle, but it doesn't matter. It's still too long. The plot is still endlessly monotonous. Barely anything happens. Just this religion that brought by this one other guy that was in the background of the other two movies that brings out Ghidorah, who sacrifices a big bunch of the remaining crew, kills the people on the mothership, and then Ghidorah fights Godzilla. And then this self-imposed priest then tries to brainwash Sakagi into sacrificing himself so Ghidorah can destroy the planet. Fucking stupid. And rewatchability is a flat-out 0. I never want to watch this again. I never want to watch this trilogy again. I don't. Never. Godzilla may be in it a tad bit more than the last two films. I mean, he's actually in the back half of the first half of the movie instead of in only the final 30-40 minutes, which, I mean, okay, thank you, minor improvement. But it does nothing to make this even remotely passable. This trilogy has its fans. I'm aware of that. And if you are one of the people that enjoys this for whatever reason, continue to enjoy it. I'm just sure as hell not one of them. And I absolutely fucking hate how it took such a great idea of an animated Godzilla movie and completely shit all over it at every given possible opportunity 3 fucking times in a row. I'm done. Final verdict for this fucking trash. This final insult, this final kick in the balls, this final nail in the coffin of this pointless, passionless, half-assed trilogy is a 2 out of 10. Trash. Complete fucking trash. That has 0 merit for existing outside of the voice acting. Avoid like the plague. This is beyond any doubt Toho's biggest failure, and the worst Toho movie I have ever watched in my life. At least with King Kong vs. Godzilla, as much shit I gave that movie, I could at least forgive it because it had some fun moments, it had a fun monster battle, and it knew that it was going to be silly. Like, its tone all throughout was consistently silly instead of trying to balance it. Here, it tries to go for overly serious, and it fucked it up. And again, I feel bad for the voice actors for having to put this on their resumes because they were the one aspect of this movie that was still trying. Everyone else didn't care. You can say I'm being harsh, but I'm calling it as I see it. And I'm calling it as I see it. Nobody but the voice actors still cared about this shit. Nobody. And now it can rot in forgotten monotony where it belongs. Let the sands of time just fucking bury it and never, never go see it. Avoid it like the plague. Even out of your own morbid curiosity, it is not worth it. It is just one final insulting kick in the balls to whatever little bit of potential this still had left in it. This whole trilogy is pointless. It should have never been made. I feel bad for the voice actors, and I am so fucking pissed that it took such a great idea and ruined it. 3 times in a row, 3 fucking years in a row. I'm done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want more happy videos almost every single day. And stay tuned, because now with this terrible, terrible trilogy out of the way, now we can finally get to the MonsterVerse films, the Legendary Pictures MonsterVerse. And they are, for the majority, way better than this shit. So, things will start getting positive again, don't worry. So, I'll see you guys next time when we dive into this MonsterVerse, starting with the 2014 reboot of Godzilla. And I can just say right now, it is better than Godzilla 98. I can say that with certainty. So, it'll be a slightly less harsh, less damning review. So, until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
We cannot take it anymore.